In May 1787, a fleet of 11 British ships set sail from Portsmouth, England, with more than 1,400 people on board. Among them were convicts, marines, sailors, civil officers and free settlers. Their journey would take them more than 24,000 kilometers, 15,000 miles, and more than 250 days to reach Botany Bay, New South Wales. The fleet was under the command of Captain Arthur Phillip, who chose to establish a penal colony on January 26, 1788, at the nearby Sydney Cove, in Port Jackson. This marked the first British settlement in Australia. The convicts who were sent to Botany Bay were often those who had committed crimes in England and were sent to Australia to reduce the population of the country and to cleanse it of its most undesirable citizens. Before the arrival of the British, the land belonged to many Aboriginal tribes who had lived there for at least 5,000 years. Lieutenant James Cook first landed in Australia in 1770 in what is now known as Botany Bay. However, it was not until 1788 that the British established their presence in the region. The transportation of convicts to Australia peaked in 1833 when 7,000 prisoners arrived in 1 year. However, public support for the system was already declining, and transportation eventually came to an end in 1868. Despite the social stigma attached to being of convict descent, most ex-convicts stayed in Australia and joined the free settlers, with some rising to prominent positions in Australian society. The convicts helped establish the first towns in Australia, and as these towns were being built, convicts paid their bail and were released. Most of them became entrepreneurs or started businesses, making a new life for themselves in their new land. Subscribe to the channel or click on the box on the left for more historical events.